much in your eyes. There are words we both could say, but don't put your head on my shoulder. Come close, close your eyes and be still. Don't talk, take my hand and let me hear your.
Ciao Bella. Normally I've been doing weekly uploads, but I'll be real with you guys, I've been fighting for my life. Seasonal allergies have been killing me, so I've pretty much been in my bed for like the last 2 weeks straight. But not gonna lie, I do have kind of a heavy hitter for next week, I think, with a pickups video, and I have a couple of some serious grails that I think are gonna be in that video. But for this week's video, I wanted to do a updated shoe collection video or shoe rotation video for 2024. Last year I did this around July for 2023, so I thought I would go through some of my new shoes, some of my shoes that I've been still wearing since 2023. But that's enough of the rambling. Let's go ahead and get into my shoe rotation for 2024. So the first pair of sneakers I have here are the Asics Kiko collab, the Gel Kianos. Now I bought these really as a alternative to my other black sneakers that I have, and you'll notice that black is going to be the common thread and common theme here. But sometimes I was sick and tired of wearing my same go-to shoes, and I wanted something a little bit more athletic, a little bit more, I don't know, technical. Like these to me seemed a little bit more technical, so I picked these up. Originally I got a size 10 and they were way too big, so I had to get rid of them. I'd been stalking and trying to see if anyone had another pair. Finally Asics did a restock, and I was able to get a size, I think, 9, and I honestly think these might be too small. I probably could have went for a 9.5. I don't understand the sizing at all, but I do really like these. Next pair of sneakers should be a surprise to no one, is the Prada American Cups in the black patent leather. Probably my favorite like all-around shoe I probably have owned. I love these. For a solid 6 months, this is like the shoe I wore every single day. I can't get enough of these. You can dress them up due to the patent leather. You can dress them down and wear it super casually in the summer. I mean, I just absolutely love these. I'm pretty sure when these are officially beat, I'm probably just gonna have a pair of American Cups in my closet for the rest of my life, if I'm being totally real with you. I absolutely love these. They are starting to show just a little bit of wear, especially since the last time I talked about it in my 2023 collection video, so you can definitely tell that they've experienced some life. But these were the shoes that I was saying I can't keep beating these up because I need these to last me. So this is what made me go for the Asics Gel Kianos. So you can see, like, I truly love the American Cups. Next sneaker is an OG. I've probably had these for around 2-3 years now. It is the CDG Nike Foamposites. Absolutely love these. When they originally came out, the $500, I think, price tag was really steep. But I had to go ahead and invest. A lot of people were hating on them at the time, but to me these were like the perfect, like, chunkier shoe. I wore it kind of like a summer boot. Like, that's kind of how I thought of it. I wore it in the winter as my normal boot for some odd reason, and then when summer came around, I treated them just like they were like a hiking boot almost, and just wore it with shorts. These to me are like probably my all-time favorite sneaker, like in the sense of like how much I've worn it. Like, I just wear these all the time. They haven't seen as much wear recently because, of course, I've been wearing other things like the American Cups and shoes that I'll get further into. But for what they are, these are probably one of my favorite shoes of all time. Speaking of favorite shoes of all time, I have the Chicago Jordan 1s, the Lost and Found, the ones where they look a little bit more vintage, kind of have that worn in look to them, where the cracked leather and things of that sort. These are a grail pair of shoes for me. I've always wanted a pair of Chicago 1s. Got these slightly early from release, and I'll be real with you, I barely worn them. Now, is that because I don't like them? No, I love them. I just like looking at them, you know? I could just look at them all day. But I haven't really found a use for them in my everyday wardrobe. When the summer comes around, I take these out every once in a while and I wear them around. But apart from that, I haven't found a ton of ways to style them in my everyday closet, in my everyday wardrobe. However, that doesn't mean that this is still one of my favorite shoes of all time. And I'm happy to finally get my hands on them. Next pair of sneakers is going to be the Ambush Air Force Ones in collaboration with Nike. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I got this because I wanted the MoMA Air Force Ones, but I'm not paying $8 grand. So I went with what I thought was the next best thing, because the second iteration of that Air Force One Off-White collab, not really doing it for me. I don't like the mesh. I don't like the materials used. This to me was like the perfect combo to be able to still get like the white laces with the white swoosh. And with these, you can of course, like the back here, like the Nike sign, and most of what you see like hyper extends out, but they designed this pair to actually tuck underneath the back tab here, so you can like tuck it in so it looks like the normal Nike swoosh. And to me, this is probably the best leather you'll get from an Air Force One, especially if you're sick of that real stiff, plasticky leather. This feels like serious high quality leather. So I picked these up and I've worn these an absolute ton. It's once again another one of those like beater, like black shoes for me, but I just really like the contrast of, you know, what Virgil said, the white laces, the white swoosh, with the black sneaker. I mean, come on, dude. I've been wearing these a ton as well. Next pair of sneakers is what I think is an absolute sleeper pair, and it is the Bianca Chandon Vans in collaboration. I love these. I've always worn Vans, especially the checkered print Vans, so I thought an iteration of the checkered print, but it's like stars and it's kind of pre-beat up, just as like a white shoe that I can just throw on and like not really care what happens to it. It's like perfect. Like, it doesn't take too much work. You literally just slip them on and you go on about your day. I wear this real casual, Jordan Clarkson inspired. That's really what made me pick these up in particular, or even go back to the checker print style of Vans. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving these. Next pair of sneakers is going to be the Athletics, I believe, Forward line. And I actually got these from a modeling gig I did. And in return, I got this pair of shoes. And it's just like my Bianca Chandon Vans. It's a pair of shoes you kind of just put on as an all-white shoe. You don't really care anything else about it, and it's just gonna go with any and everything, especially when you're trying to go with that like athleisure vibe. These to me are like the perfect kind of like combo where you're not trying to like just do too much. Plus, every once in a while you want to go on a run, and something like these are just like perfect for it. While recording this video, I've realized I have a lot more sneakers that I wear all the time than I initially thought. I think in my head I kind of thought, oh, you know, I wear boots and I wear sandals and I wear mules and all this other stuff more than I do sneakers. But like, really having it all laid out, I wear way more sneakers than anything else really. It's actually kind of crazy. The next pair of sneakers is going to be the Adidas Sambas. It's just one of the best like simple sleek silhouettes out there. Something I've realized, especially from wearing so many dad shoes and chunky shoes, is sometimes you just want something sleek, kind of slim, to go with your pants, you know, or to go with a pair of shorts. And the Adidas Sambas to me is just that. Of course, I have my USA 1994 pin on top to kind of just add a little something different to it. And of course, I modified it so I can constantly have the tongue down with the laces attached to the tongue itself. So it makes it easier for like just slip on, slip out, and every day kind of like beat these up as well. Next pair of sneakers is going to be the Off-White Michigan Dunks. I've always been a fan of the Off-White collabs. I was more so a fan of the pine green colorway, but I did a collaboration with eBay and I got this pair. I got to pick out a pair, and of course I chose these. I wear these kind of the same way I do my Bianca Chandon Vans. When sometimes you just want to throw on in the summer a pair of shorts, a vintage tee, you don't really want to think too much about it, I throw this on. And even though it does kind of give me like Pinterest streetwear vibes when you throw on those type of fits, who cares, man? I'm just trying to go out, run some errands, and look cool doing it. So of course, these are in my rotation for those type of outfits. And lastly, to wrap up all the sneakers, I have another pair I was luckily gifted as well, and it's the Mizuno One Block Down collaboration. Now, I have not worn these, and I don't know why, it does give me ASIC vibes. These are sick, I like them. I just haven't really worn them. I haven't had a reason to kind of take these out yet. I did get these, what, December maybe? So probably in this more spring, summertime, I'll have a reason to kind of take this out of the collection and wear them a couple times around town. But for the time being, I haven't worn these yet, but these are also super sick. So shout out to One Block Down for sending these my way. Of course, to start it off, I have my holy grail of boots, and it's going to be the Prada Fall Winter 18, I believe, hiking boot, and the suede and leather combination. I mean, like, just one of my favorites. I've shown these off multiple times on the channel in pickups videos, collection videos. I mean, it's just an absolute beauty. You know what I mean? Just a beautiful, beautiful boot. Wear it with anything. It is slightly big, but you know, for something like this that's so rare to find, you just double sock it and call it a day. But I wear these all the time. It doesn't matter. Jeans, baggy pants, straight leg, does not matter. These always get worn no matter what. Next pair of boots is going to be from K2 Studios. Shout out to Caleb. I know he's been working really, really hard on this. It's his first, I believe, shoe release he's ever done. But he sent these my way. It's a hiking boot with, of course, the Vibram sole on the bottom. The quality, it's blown me away. Like, Caleb really went crazy with these. When I was unboxing them, I was truly like stunned with just how good these are. I mean, everything about this, like the craftsmanship in it, it's crazy. Regarding like the midsole and the double welt, or even like the wax laces, or the overall leather quality with the toe cap. I mean, he really kind of went above and beyond from what I think anybody was kind of expecting. And I mean, these now, I mean, even when it comes to like little details like a sock liner, which is, okay, it's gonna be funny, but my first thought was, I thought of my Superflies, like, which is a soccer cleat, if you guys don't know, or like my Magistas that I used to have. So when I felt it, I was like, oh my God, these are just like my Superflies. Like, that's what my head, like my initial thought was. But it even has that, which is like crazy. I've never seen that in a boot, especially like a hiking boot before. So shout out to Caleb. These are incredible, and keep up the good work. Next pair of boots is going to be the Veneta Carter Timbs in both the black and the wheat colorway. And say what you want, some people might just say like it's trendy or that's kind of what you're doing, but I've been a huge fan of hers for the longest. Her style is one of my favorites of all time. I love everything she does. So when everyone was originally hating on the wheat pair, I was searching the internet high and low trying to find a pair in my size. I finally got them a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and then all of a sudden everyone was talking about these. So when she finally decided to do a new collaboration with Timbs and to release the black pair, it was an automatic for me. Luckily, or not luckily, unluckily, the release date was terrible. They sold out way before they were even supposed to launch onto the site, which was super depressing. But luckily for me, Nordstrom had them in stock, so I was able to buy them over there. And I've worn these, I would say, 3 to 4 times a week. I mean, I have worn these so much since I got them. It's just, it's the perfect shoe for me. A patent leather boot. I mean, you heard me talk about how much I wear my Prada American Cups. So to give me a boot version of that, and it's also patent leather, come on. Like, I was bound to just love this shoe. So I've been wearing them a lot in a muted kind of outfits. I'm not letting these do too much of the talking, but at the same time, it's just a slight little detail hit. So these are super, super sick, as well as, of course, the wheat colorway. Next, we have the Our Legacy Camion boots, and in this brown color. And I've worn these for so long. I do think I'm probably getting a little bit to the point where maybe I upgrade on these. I swap these out with something different, or maybe I just go with a different colorway, because I have worn these a ton, and I'm starting to see myself not wear them as much as I used to in the past, which is kind of sad to see, but I've gotten my fair use out of them. So maybe it's time for me to move on from these, or if anything, just get them in black. I think that's probably what I will do, if I'm being totally honest with you. But I do absolutely love these. The quality and the craftsmanship in these as well is ridiculous. It is slightly expensive, but like as a entry point to the whole boots world, I guess, these are probably the perfect ones for you, with that square toe shape, and it's not too much of a heel. It's a good entry point. So yeah, I would definitely heavily recommend these. Just try to catch them on sale or secondhand. Next, we got some of my thrifted boots. These are the Laredo, I think, Lawton cowboy boots in this like cherry red color. I got this from, I believe, a Marty and Liz for like 20 bucks, I think. And for the longest, this was like my go-to entry point into cowboy boots, into like that Cuban heel style. I love these. I don't wear these though, but I love looking at them. I used to wear them a lot more last summer, so maybe that's why I just need another summer to get a lot more wear out of them. but they just look cool. You know what I mean? Like, they just look cool. You know, sometimes you just want to be a cowboy in a modern world. Another pair of thrifted boots I have are these, like, I don't even know, brown elephant print. I don't know, you tell me, but I thrifted these. These are, the tag says Steve Madden, which is kind of an L, but I got these as well, probably for like 15 bucks. And I've worn these a lot, surprisingly, especially on IG. You see me wear these all the time. They are uncomfortable. Steve Madden did not try to put anything into these to like make it a comfortable shoe, but they look cool. And sometimes with a boot like this, with that Cuban heel, that's all that matters, is that they look cool. So shout out to Steve Madden and Marty and Liz for hooking the boy up. So for the first pair of derbies, and my first ever derby, it's going to be these Doc Martin 1461s. And you'll notice that the laces, or not the laces, but like the stitching around the shoe is black, or at least it was black. And that's because I took Sharpie and black paint to these and I colored it out because I don't like the yellow stitching. Not a fan of them. But these have served me so well. I've had these probably for like 3.5 years now, and it's proved to me that I like derbies more than realistically any other pair of footwear. I do need to upgrade these because they are extremely uncomfortable at times and are hard to break in, but I love my 1461s. Next derby is going to be the Michael Para boots in this fur like cow print design. Bought these last winter, I believe, and I absolutely love these. It's a very unique take on any other derby that I have, and I've been really on a fur kick, like a faux fur kick with a lot of vests, belts, things of that sort. So it only makes sense that eventually I get to the point where I pick up a pair of shoes in the same type of design. But I absolutely love these. Have worn these a ton, especially over on the IG, but it's just another really good take on a pair of derbies. Next, we have the Togopula tassel loafers, and most of us know Toga Virilis, I believe, but this is just, I'm pretty sure they're women's line, and I went for these just because I really like that tassel detail that none of the other loafers had. I had to go for the biggest size they had available, which is a 41, which lengthwise, like, it fits me fine, like my foot can fit in here. But that toe box, man, that toe box is tight, let me tell you. So that squeezes on your toes, and it's just so uncomfortable. So I don't wear them as much as I would want to. I almost wear them kind of like a specialty shoe for dinners out or something of those sorts, or a special night. But I wish I could wear them a ton more, but they're just a little uncomfortable. And I thought I could break them in by just wearing them a ton, but it just hasn't changed. So if I had to do it all over again, I probably would just go with the actual men's line and grabbing the size I actually need, because the toe box would be a little bit better. But I don't know, just the look of them, I just like looking at them, and they look sick. And just real fast to add on to it, we'll talk mules and slides. The only two pairs I really ever wear is going to be the Birkenstock Bostons, and of course I have mine in the exquisite leather, which just means that instead of a cork liner, it's just a Napa leather backing, and I really just like it because it's all black. And it just, sometimes when you're wearing pants and you have that cork like footbed, it can kind of throw off the fit because it's like, oh, what is that? But when you have it where it's all black, I just like it a little bit better. It's a little bit more comfortable as well, but it is also a lot more expensive. I think it's like $50 more to get this version rather than the normal pair. And then of course I have the same pair of Suicoke's Moto Cabs that I've owned for maybe 5 years now. They are definitely showing a bit of wear and tear, but is that going to stop me from wearing these as a everyday pair of slides around the house and out and about? No, it's not, because I love them, and that's all that matters.